No, I think I'm getting both.
Nobody wants to walk him. Nobody wants to take pictures.
All right, thank you. Thank you for staying for the second half. Those of you who are not faint apart. So our second half is our IEs. I'm not going to introduce them because they're going to introduce themselves as they would at the festival next week. They choose these pieces, they audition them for me, I say yes or no, then they go on, they work on them. They're individual events, so the point is they work on them by themselves. And they come in and check in with myself, Mr. Bell, and Miss Becca periodically throughout the weeks that we have to work on these. Some of them are very finished and ready to go. Some of them, remember we have 2 more weeks to kind of get them there. Some of our thespians are new, some of our thespians are veterans, so you'll see a kind of variety. We throw them out there and we get their feet wet regardless. So yeah, everyone should be represented. Our techs are represented. You saw those amazing projects kind of in the lobby. And we're going to start. Kaylin, you ready? Yeah. We're going to start with Kaylin. Yeah. No, you can clap.
Oh, we don't have to do that?
At the festival, you're not allowed to clap. You have to do the happy hand. We are not at the festival. We don't clap for my babies.
Hello, my name is Kaylin Guinness, and today I will be performing a solo musical entitled When the Music Played from Dr. Zhivago. This is my wonderful accompanist, Mr. Dean Bell. This piece is actually for religious commentary, sexual situations, and violence. So if that may offend anyone, please take the time to move now. Thank you. And I proudly represent Troop 397. I was young, I was poor, life was harsh and unsure, but a fatherless girl can't complain. Then my fate's changed by chance, with an innocent dance, with a man who was older and richer and bolder, a man with a taste for champagne, and girls like me, too blinded to see. But when the music played, the world would fade away, and I'd sail across the floor, careless, wanting more. When the music played, somehow my soul obeyed. Heaven would be whispering my name when the music played. So I gave and he took, with a word, with a look. I was captured inside of his game. There I was, still a girl in the devil's own world, but a girl who was older and wiser and colder, a girl who felt hunger and shame. Yes, I served like a slave. to live. Can you forgive me? Put the pain aside, put the past away. Look into my eyes and let the music play. Yesterday's fade away. To a world we restore, wanting less, caring more. Let the music play for who we are today. Let me hear you whispering my name when the music plays. When the music plays. When the music
Hi, I'm Lucas Rao,
And I'm Hannah Swidler.
and we'll be performing a duet scene from Of Mice and Men by John Steinbeck.
This piece is asterisked for language, violence, and death, so if you feel like you may be offended, please take the time to leave now.
And we proudly represent Troop 39, 7, 7. Why'd you gotta get killed? I didn't bounce you so hard. Now maybe George won't let me tend the rabbits like we were supposed to. I'll tell him I found it dead. But he knows. George always knows. Damn you! Why'd you gotta get killed?
Well, what are you doing here?
Nothing.
You see what I've done?
Yeah? Bring a valise.
You won't tell, will you?
George says I ain't supposed to talk to you. Not talk, nor nothing.
George give you all your orders?
Not talk, nor nothing.
I don't gotta stay here no more. Tonight, I'm gonna get my stuff and get out.
We gonna get out of here pretty soon. This ain't no nice place.
What you got under there?
Nothing.
What you got under there?
Nothing! Just my pup!
Why
Just my
stay?
poor sweet pup while he was so little and he made it out like he was gonna bite me, so then I made it out like I was gonna smack him and then I did it and then... Well, now he's dead. Well, I hope George won't be mad about this pup. Because then maybe he won't let me tend the rabbits like we were supposed to.
Don't you think nothing but them rabbits? What makes you so nuts about them rabbits?
I like to pet nice things. Soft things.
You're nuts.
No, I'm not. George says I'm not. I just like to pet nice things with my fingers.
Who don't? Everybody likes to touch nice things. Well, I like to feel silk and velvet. Do you like to feel velvet?
You bet! By God!
No, you're nuts. You're kind of like a big baby. A person can see what you mean. Sometimes when I'm sitting there doing my hair, I'll just sit there and feel it because it's so soft. Some people have coarse hair like white, like curly. His hair is like wide, but mine is soft and smooth. Here, feel it. Right there.
Oh. Oh, that's nice.
Well, yes. Well, don't mess it up now.
Oh. That's really nice.
Oh, okay,
Oh, that's nice.
Okay, okay,
Oh, that's nice. Shut up. Be quiet. George, you can be mad if you go. Okay, just be quiet. Okay? You gonna be quiet? done a bad thing. I've done a real bad thing. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Benazir Serna. And I'm Sydney Parker, and today we're performing a duet musical from The Prom, titled Dance With You. Music by Matthew Schuyler and lyrics by Chad Beguilin, and today we'll be accompanied by the lovely Mr. Bell. This piece is asterisked for sexual situations and prejudice, so if these things may offend you, please take the time to leave now. Thank you. And with that, we proudly represent Troop 39, 7, 7. I don't want to start a riot. I don't want to blaze a trail. I don't want to be a symbol or cautionary tale. I don't want to be a scapegoat for people to oppose.
Ambria Benjamin.
I'm Maya Mills.
And I'm Peyton Tomasi, and today we will be performing an ensemble scene from A Raisin in the Sun by Lorraine Hansberry.
This piece is asterisk for violence and prejudice and religious commentary. If you feel this may offend you, please take the time now to leave quietly. Thank you. And we proudly represent Troop 397.
What could be so dirty in that woman's rugs that she has to vacuum them every single day?
I wish certain young women around here who I could name would take inspiration from certain rugs in a certain department I could also mention.
How much cleaner does a house need, for Christ's sake?
Benny, just listen to her, just listen.
Oh, God. If you use the Lord's name just one more
Oh,
time.
Mama, fresh, just fresh. I solved this girl.
Well, if the salt loses its savor.
Now that will do. I just ain't gonna have you around here reciting the scriptures in vain, you hear me?
How did I manage to get on everybody's wrong side just by walking into a brew?
Well, if you weren't so fresh.
Well, I'm 20 years old.
What time you be home from school?
Kind of late. Madeline started on my guitar lessons today.
Your what lessons?
Guitar.
Oh, Father!
How come you don't take it in your mind to learn to play the guitar?
I just want to, that's all.
And how long it gonna be before you get tired of this now? Like you got tired of that little play acting group you joined last year? What was it the year before that?
The Horseback Riding Club, for which you bought the $55 riding habit that's been sitting in the closet ever since.
Oh, why you got to flit so from one thing to another, baby?
I just want to learn to play the guitar. Is there anything wrong with that?
Ain't nobody trying to stop you. I just wondered why you have to flit so.
I don't flip. I experiment with different forms of expression.
Like riding a horse.
People gotta express themselves one way or another.
And what is it that you want to express?
Me. Don't worry, I don't expect you to understand.
Who are you going out with tomorrow night?
George Murchison again.
Ooh, you're getting a little sweet on him.
You ask me, this child ain't sweet on nobody but herself. Express herself.
I like George, all right, Mama? I mean, I like him enough to go out with him and stuff, but
What does and stuff mean?
mind your own business.
Stop picking on Ruth. What does and stuff mean?
I just mean I could never really be serious about George. He's so shallow.
Shallow? What do you mean he's shallow? He's rich.
I know he's rich. He knows he's rich too.
Well, what other qualities a man got to have to satisfy you, little girl?
Don't worry, I couldn't expect you to understand. Anybody who married Walter could not possibly understand.
Now, what way is that to talk about your brother?
Brother's a flip, let's face it.
What's a flip?
She's saying he's crazy.
Not crazy. Brother's not really crazy yet. He's an elaborate neurotic.
Oh, hush your mouth.
As for George, well, George looks good. He's got a beautiful car and he buys me nice things. And I even like him sometimes, but if the youngins are sitting around waiting to see if their little Benny's going to tie up the family with the Murchisons, they are wasting their time.
You mean you wouldn't marry George Murchison one day if he was to ask you, that pretty rich thing, honey? I knew you was odd.
No, I would not marry him if all I felt for him was what I feel now. Besides, I don't think his family would really like him.
Why not?
Oh, Mama. The Murchisons are honest to God, real for rich colored people. And the only people in the world more snobbish than rich white people is rich colored people. I thought everybody knew that. I met Mrs. Murchison. She's a C.
Well, you must not dislike people just because they're well off, honey.
Why not? It makes just as much sense to disliking people because they're poor, and lots of people do that.
She'll get over some of this.
Get over it. What are you talking about, Ruth? Listen, I'm going to be a doctor one day. I'm not worried about who I'm going to marry yet, if I ever get married.
Yeah.
I probably will. But first, I'm going to be a doctor. And George, for one, still thinks that's pretty funny. I couldn't be bothered with that. I'm going to be a doctor, and everybody around here better understand that.
Of course you're going to be a doctor, honey, God willing.
God has nothing to do with it.
Benita, that just wasn't necessary.
Well, neither is God. I get tired of hearing about God.
Benita.
I mean it. I just get sick.
Cause a Bible verse says it won't get worse, and she won't be a fool. Won't never leave cause if you march out that door,
His truck will be gunning for you.
no, he won't leave you anymore. He'll give you what for. You got a heart where you should have to raise, and so loyal and someone's howling, screams like sighing, battered ground, raining, growling, never dying. But months of such conditions turn women into logicians, and tonight the bastard's sleeping like a log. So she plucks the kitchen cleaver, creeps toward his roped-up lab retriever, and she cuts the rope, and to one hope, she starts to shout, "Your dog's got out." She's got her chance with no back plans. She runs out to the bog, screaming, screaming.
Leave Llewellyn.
Man, you've got a life left to live.
Now I'll shake it off the golden cross.
And you won't forget nor forgive. She don't feel the strings and rips and sprays. As finally
Llewellyn escapes.
swim, Llewellyn, swim, Llewellyn, until you reach the bank and you climb onto the bank till you feel all the jank on your hair, and you stray kids stare at the bastard who beat you there. Bastard lies in bed now, half savage, wife is dead now. She drowned herself in a lake in wild despair. He thinks he used to love her, but push came to shove her. A wife disposed, a life case closed, no one seems to care. Now no one's on his shoulder, but his mattress don't feel colder. In fact, it's hellish hot, and the air is dank and steamy. Yet his body starts to shiver when the window cracks a sliver, and a fiery fog from the miry bog pours into the room in a sleepy gloom. And there the man sees dead Llewellyn. He's terrified, but he keeps his pride, because he knows that he ain't dreaming. And he starts screaming, "Llewellyn, hell sent you back here for more, 'cause ain't no one ever loved you." And said Llewellyn, "I've come to settle a score." And she shows him her feet are bound in chains, and so loyal Llewellyn remains. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Lucy Hartman, and I'm going to perform two contrasting monologues. One from I Ought to Be in Pictures by Neil Simon, and the other one is from To Be or Not to Be by Jacqueline Reingold. This piece is asterisks for language, so if this may offend you, please take the time to leave now. And I proudly represent Troop 3977. Confidence? I'm scared from the minute I wake up every morning. Of everything! I get up an hour before you just to check if you're still there. I know Grandma's dead. I know she probably can't hear me, but I speak to her anyway because I'm not sure if anyone else is, she's really listening. If I have to go for an interview, my heart pounds so much, it feels like it's coming through my blouse. You know that thing about writing my name on the ballet stabs? It wasn't my idea. It was Gordon's. He did it first, so I just copied him. You want to know the God honest truth? I don't even want to be an actress. I don't know the first thing about acting. I just wanted to come here out and see you. I just want to know what you were really like. I want to know why I was so frightened every time a boy tried to reach out and touch me. I just wanted someone in the family to hold me. Because it was me, Libby, and not somebody who wasn't there.
to ask out my friend Eleanor. And I thought she'd like to know. She has a papillomavirus in her vagina. And, well, in case you haven't have kissed her already. I wouldn't worry about it, though. Okay. I just want you to know that I really still love you. And if you want to give it another try, let me know. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Daniel Mills. I'll be performing a solo entitled Michael in the Bathroom for the musical Or Chill. Music and lyrics by Joe Iconic. This piece is asterisks for substance abuse, frank talk of death, religious commentary, and violence. If this offends you, please leave now. Thank you. And with my amazing accompanist, Mr. Dean Bell, I proudly represent Troop 397. I am hanging in the bathroom at the biggest party of the fall. Time can stay right here or disappear, and nobody even notice at all. I'm a creeper in a bathroom, 'cause my buddy kinda left me alone. But I'd rather fake pee than stand awkwardly or pretend to check a text on my phone. Everything felt fine when I was half of a pear. And from no fault of mine, there's no other half there. Now I'm just Michael in the bathroom, Michael in the bathroom at a party. Forget how long it's been, I'm just Michael in the bathroom, Michael in the bathroom at a party. No, you can't come in. I'm waiting it out till it's time to leave. Picking at your out as I softly breathe. I'm so Michael, you don't know. Michael flying solo. Michael in the bathroom by himself. All by himself. I am hiding. Oh, but he's out there just ignoring all our history. Memories get erased and they'll get replaced with a newer, cooler version of me. And I hear a drunk girl sing along to bring me through the door. I wanna dance with somebody and my feelings sink, 'cause it makes me think now there's no one to make fun of drunk girls with anymore. Now it's just Michael in the bathroom, Michael in the bathroom at a party. And I regret the beers, I'm just Michael in the bathroom, Michael in the bathroom at a party. As I hold back the tears, I'll wait as long as I need till my face is dry, or I'll just blame it on weed or something in my eye. I'm so Michael, you don't know. Michael flying solo, Michael in the bathroom by himself. Knock, 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 knock. They're gonna start the show soon. Knock, 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 knock. Oh, hell yeah, I'll be out soon. Knock, 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 knock. It sucks she left me here alone. Knock, 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 knock. You're in this teenage battle, so bang, 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 bang. I feel my pressure blowing up. Bang, 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 bang. My big mistake was showing up. Splash, 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 splash. I throw some water in my face, and I am in a better place. I go to open up the door, but I can't hear knocking anymore. And I can't help but yearn for a different time. I look in the mirror, and the present is clear, and there's no denying I just at a party. Is there a sadder side of that? Michael in the bathroom at a party. This is a heinous night. I wish I stayed at home in bed watching cable porn. Or wish I off myself instead. Wish I was never born. I'm so Michael who's a loner, so she must be a stoner. Drives a PT Cruiser. God, he's such a loser. Michael's flying solo.
Hi, I'm Joshua Brown.
And I'm Judy Hassanai.
We will be performing a duet scene from the play Angels in America by Tony Kushner.
This piece is asterisk for basically everything, so if that may offend you, please take the time to leave now. Thank you.
And we proudly represent troop 397.
7.
Buddy! Buddy! Oh, sorry, buddy, sorry. I was just out late walking. Wait, are you mad?
I got a little
Well, there's
anxious.
nothing to be anxious about. So, how would you like to... How would you like to move to Washington?
Washington?
It'd just be an incredible honor, buddy.
Let me think.
Of course.
Say no.
Well, you just said you think
I
about
don't want to move to Washington.
it. Well, I do.
We're happy here.
Buddy,
Pretend happy. Happy enough, that's better than nothing.
it's time to make some changes.
No changes. Why?
Because I've been chief clerk for 4 years and I make less than anybody else I know. Listen, I just want to be where something good is.
Nothing good happens in Washington. We'll forget church teachings and buy furniture at convents and become
You
yuppies.
live in Maryland. Or
I have too much
Georgetown.
to do here.
Like what?
I do have things.
What things?
I have to finish painting the
You've been
bedroom.
betting in there for over a year.
I know. It's just that I never get time to finish it.
That's not sure you can finish it when I'm at work.
There's someone in there. Metal scraping on a wall. A man with a knife, maybe.
There's no one in the bedroom,
Not
Harper.
now.
Not this morning either.
How would you know? You were at work this morning. There's something creepy about this place.
So let's move.
Georgetown's worse. The Exorcist was
Oh,
in
the
Georgetown.
devil, everywhere you turn, huh, buddy?
Yes! Everywhere.
How many pills today, buddy?
None.
Harper.
1, 3, only 3.
Look, I know how scary this must be for you. But just try and think about how much this means to me. Will you try?
Yeah.
Good. You know, I think things are starting to change.
But I don't
Not
want-
change for the good. I mean, 6 years ago, the world seemed to decline, full of unsolvable problems and hunger and
But it
confusion.
still seems that way.
Harper,
You say the ozone layer
Harper, I'm
is
trying
just
to make a
as...
point.
So am I.
No, you're not. You just keep going on and
My
on
point
about...
is the world seems just as...
Harper, it only seems that way because you never get out in the world and you have emotional problems.
I do so get out in the
You
world.
don't. You stay in all day.
I do not.
You don't stay in all day.
No.
Where do you go?
Where do you go? When you walk.
Sorry.
And I do not have emotional problems.
Sorry.
And if I did, it's probably from living with you. And if you have a problem with that, then maybe you shouldn't have married me.
I want to be married to you, Harper.
You shouldn't. You never should have.
Thank you.
Hi, my name is Larissa Fox.
I'm Kaylin Guinness.
I'm Amber A. Benjamin,
Ada B. Orphan. And I'm Aiden Fracker.
and I'll be presenting my student-directed scene from Moon Over Buffalo. Moon Over Buffalo is a 1950 set farce, which follows our couple, George and Charlotte,
and their child and their staff and their theater through their zany adventures when the lead man gets drunk. This piece is asterisk for substance abuse, religious commentary, and prank topic of death. So if any of this offends you, please leave now. Thank you. We proudly represent 2397.
They seek him here, they seek him there. Those Frenchies seek him everywhere. Is he in heaven, or is he in hell? Ronald Corman tripped and fell. Oh, I could have had that part. It was mine for the taking. Now they'll give it to some no-talent has-been like John Gielgud. Ugh. I could have played that part better than both of them with my legs tied behind my back. Legs. Oh yes! I should write Ronald Coleman the Get Well card. Dear Ronnie, how are the old bins, eh? What? Is Brutus sick? And will he steal out of his wholesome bed to dare the vile contagion of the night? Oh, Shakespeare! That is right, Ronnie. That is gold on the tongue, gold on the canvas. It is not movies or television. It is theater. The theater! Ah. Schedule of performances. Private Lives, matinee. Wrong. Serrano. No, it's Charlotte. Charlotte! Dear, sweet Charlotte. She has the brain of a chicken in yellow missing. The pitter-patter of her size 12s. The dainty whine of her voice. Oh, to return to the midnight hour when you gave birth to our only child. I can still see you flopping around on the desk like a tuna caught on a hook. I can still hear your dulcet voice cutting through the air like an air raid siren. Please, she cried. Please give me the Demerol! Oh, it's too late. She's gone. Gone with the wind. Well, I would have been great in that film. Whoa!
George! Oh, you've never had good timing, George, but this is incredible. Well, it's over now. It's gone. Gone. Gone with the...
Gone with the wind.
Gone with the wind. Oh, I would have been great in that film.
No luck at the bar?
No, it wasn't him. Didn't even look like him.
Well, he may have been there a few minutes ago, but he's long gone now.
Yes? Yes, I'm Charlotte Hay, his wife. Oh, it's the police. Yes. Yes, we'll be right there. They found the body at the morgue and it fits your father's description. They want us to have a look.
Oh my God.
Maybe it's not him. Okay, let's go.
What? Before we go, I think we should say a prayer.
A prayer?
Yes, a prayer. You know I'm not religious, but I think it's only appropriate. Of course, so hands to a prayer. Does anybody know a prayer?
Not me.
Oh, God is great. God is
Good, and we thank him for our food. By his hand we all are fed.
Thank you for
George!
Daddy! Oh, George, I knew you'd come home. God, you smell like the distillery.
That's all. I haven't been to a distillery.
Daddy.
Come on, we have a performance in 30 minutes.
We can still get there in time.
Yes, first we have to sober him up. Get him coffee, lots of coffee.
You know
Right.
Grandma, she has plenty of that.
And then we'll get him into a cold shower,
Right.
and I'll shovel him into his costume. Yes.
George!
George!
Daddy!
What? Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte, you're back! I'm sorry, Charlotte. I made a
We'll
mistake.
talk about that later.
You'll never forgive me, I can tell.
I forgive you.
No, you don't.
I forgive you.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Logan,
I'm Alexa Cosmo.
and today we'll be performing a duet musical entitled What It Means to Me from Finding Neverland. This music is asterisk for sexual harassment, not sexual harassment, sexual situations. Nothing wrong there. And we'll be accompanied by the amazing Crystal Bell. And we proudly represent Troop 397.
7.
Standing here all at once, all the words run dry.
Something's changed, can't explain, and I can't deny.
Turning in circles and blurring the lines.
The unspoken is calling us tonight.
I won't lie, a little bit frightened of my imagination. Swear I'll try, but I'm feeling enlightened. You're my inspiration.
We can fly if we want to. I promise you, faith will give you wings.
Just take the second star on the right, straight ahead to moonlight. Just
Take the second star on the right, straight ahead to morning light.
every word in every sentence doesn't seem to make a difference. Nothing can explain just what you mean to me.
Every shape and all the colors, all the love from all the lovers, never could express just what you mean to me.
Every instinct, every feeling, breathless, all my senses reeling. Nothing can explain
just what you mean to me. Turning in circles and blurring the lines. I won't lie, I'm a little bit frightened of my imagination. I'm feeling enlightened, my inspiration. We can fly if we want to. I promise you, babe, we'll give you peace. Take the second star on the right, straight ahead to the morning light. Take the second star on the right, straight ahead to the morning light. Every star that's ever fallen knows the way to where we're going. Now I really know just what you mean to me.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Katie Fallon.
I'm Sydney Barker.
Ada Bjorkman. Daniel Mills.
Anthony Moorhead.
There's Fox.
And I'm CJ Rosado. And today we will be doing an ensemble scene from Clue on stage, written by Jonathan Lynn, Hunter Foster, Sandra Rustin, and Aaron Price.
This scene is asterisk for substance abuse, religious commentary, frank talk of death, and violence. So if any of this may offend you, please leave now. Thank you. And we proudly represent Troop 397. 7.
Well, where is our host?
He's not here. Nobody's here. What is happening?
Please, Mrs. Peacock, have a drink.
My lips belong to the Lord.
Mind if I smoke?
For Wadsworth, open after dinner. It's for you.
Gesundheit. Sorry, there must be a cat around here somewhere.
Right then, are you all comfortable?
I make a good living.
Oh, out with it, Wadsworth.
Ladies and gentlemen, my instructions are clear. It seems the six of you have one thing in common. You are all being blackmailed. For some considerable amount of time, all of you have been paying what you can afford, and in some cases more than you can afford, to a blackmailer who threatens to expose you.
Oh, please, I've never heard anything so ridiculous. I mean, I go to church every Sunday.
Yeah, lady, don't we all?
Anybody else wish to deny it? Until tonight, it seems that none of you knew who was blackmailing you. I hope I'm correct that the more deductive among you have reasoned in the last several moments that it was Mr. Body himself, and that the less deductive members of Arcadia are experiencing that particular revelation right about...
It was Mr. Body!
Now. My task this evening is to expose your secrets to each other, rendering you all culpable in each other's indiscretion.
Oh, why don't you think you might spare us this humiliation?
I'm sorry, but I have my orders. We'll start with you, Professor Plum.
What? You? Luck's got nothing to do with it.
You were once a professor of psychiatry, specializing in helping lunatics suffering from delusions of grandeur.
Yes, but now I work for the U.S. government.
Oh, so your work has not changed. But you cannot practice medicine anymore, can you? Your license has been lifted, correct?
Why? What did he do?
You knew what male doctors aren't supposed to do with their lady patients?
Yeah?
Well, he did.
She couldn't help falling in love with me. It's not my fault I was born this attractive.
Oh, how disgusting.
Are you making moral judgments, Mrs. Peacock? How then do you justify taking bribes in return for delivering Senator Peacock's votes to certain lobbyists?
My husband is a paid consultant. There's nothing sinful about that.
If it's publicly declared, perhaps. But isn't it a sin if certain lobbyists are slipping payments to a sneaky senator's wife under the bathroom stall in the men's room at the Old Ebbitt Grill? How do you describe that transaction?
I'd say it stinks.
When were you in that men's room?
So it's
True! It's a vicious lie!
But you've been paying the blackmailer for over a year to keep that story out of the papers.
Well, I'm willing to believe you. I, too, am being blackmailed for something I didn't do.
Me too.
And me.
Not me.
You're not being blackmailed.
I'm being blackmailed, all right. But I did what I'm being blackmailed for.
What did you do?
I run a specialized service that provides gentlemen with the company of a young lady.
An escort service in Washington.
How pathetic! A man who needs to pay a woman to spend time with him. That's a problem I'll never have. Is that man the professor who worked in Washington? Was he one of your clients?
Certainly not.
I was asking Miss Scarlett.
Well, you told him it's not true.
It's not true. Is that true?
It's not true.
So it is true.
Ah, a double negative.
Negative. You mean you have photographs?
Well, that sounds like a confession to me. In fact, it seems this double negative has led to a proof positive.
You're trying to make me look stupid in front of the other guests.
No, you don't need help from me, sir.
That's right.
Colonel, you hold a sensitive security position in the Pentagon. Those negatives would most certainly compromise your position.
And what position was it exactly you were caught in, Colonel?
This is an outrage.
Mrs. White, you've been paying our blackmailer ever since your husband died under, shall we say, mysterious circumstances.
I didn't kill him.
Then why are you paying the blackmailer?
We had a very humiliating public relationship. He had threatened to kill me in public. He was a lunatic, and he didn't seem to like me that much.
Why would he want to kill you in public?
I think she means that he had threatened in public to kill her.
Yes, but he was a stupidly optimistic man. It came to a great shock to him when he died. He'd been found at home, unclothed, and his head had been cut off, and so had his... But I didn't kill him. I ran all evening after movies.
What was showing?
The Naked Alibi.
A likely story.
Well, do you miss him?
It's a matter of life after death. Now that he's dead, I have a life.
Yeah, but he was your second husband. Your first also disappeared.
That was his job. He was an illusionist.
But he never reappeared.
He wasn't a very good illusionist.
And lastly, Mr. Green, who is a homosexual.
Not me.
I beg your pardon?
Well, you asked who's a homosexual, and I said not me.
I'm saying you're an idiot.
Wadsworth here is right. I am a homosexual. And I have no shame or guilt about it, but I must keep it private or else I might be fired on security grounds. Even though that's ridiculous because homosexuality body is not a choice but a genetic disposition. Thank you. This is insight.
All right, Wadsworth, you spilled our beans. Now what?
Where's this Mr. Body?
What does he want from us?
Who cares? I've done nothing wrong and I'm leaving.
I'm sorry, madam. You can stay in denial, but you cannot leave this house.
My husband is the great senator of Tennessee, and you cannot tell me what to do. It's locked.
Locked?
Indeed. All the doors are locked, the windows are barred, and the grounds are patrolled by vicious dogs.
You can't say
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce Mr. Body, your host for the evening, and your blackmailer for life. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Aiden Corey, and I'll be doing a solo musical entitled The Games I Play from Falsettos, music and lyrics by William Finn. And I will be accompanied by the wonderful Mr. Dean Bell. This piece is asterisks for language and sexual situations, so if you feel as though this may offend you, please take the time to leave now. Thank you, and I proudly represent True 3977. I don't look for trouble. I do not accept blame. I've the good and the bad side, but they're one and the same. Ask me to arouse you, I will rise and obey. These are the games I play. I screw every morning, then bathe and drink tea. I've been playing canasta disastrously. All my recreation seems to soothe me. Okay, these are the games I play. It's tough with love. Love's tough to show. Play again the music. It's a song that I've been waiting to hear so long ago. I bet on the horses. I die by degree. I'm sure his divorce is a tribute to me. Ask me if I love him. It depends on the day. These are the games I play. It's tough, my friend. Love's looking strong. Play again the music. It's a song that I've been waiting to hear for much too long. Years too long. It hurts not to love him. It hurts when love fades. It's hard when Harlem is off playing family charades. Ask me if I need him. Get him out of my way. These are the games. These are the games. These are the only games
Hello, my name is Ava Zapatrini, and today I'll be performing two contrasting monologues, one from The Fantastics by Tom Jones and the other from St. Joan by George Bernard Shaw. These pieces are asterisks for religious commentary, so if that may offend you, please take the time to exit now. Thank you. And I proudly represent
Troop 3977. This morning, a bird woke me up. It was a lark. Or a peacock. Something like that. So I said hello. And it vanished. Flew away the moment I said hello. It was quite mysterious. So you know what I did? I ran to my mirror and started brushing my hair 200 times without stopping. As I was brushing it, my hair turned mauve. No, honestly, mauve. Then red, then some sort of a deep blue when the sun hit it. I'm 16 years old and every day something happens to me. I don't know what to make of it. When I wake up in the morning and get dressed, I can tell something's different. I like to touch my eyelids because they're never quite the same. Oh, I hug myself till my arms turn blue and the tears come down and cry till I can taste them. I love to taste my tears. I am special. I am special. Please, God, please, don't let me be normal. Perpetual imprisonment. Am I not then to be set free? Light your fire. You think I dread it so much as the life of a rat in a hole? My voices were right. Yes, they told me that you were fools, and that I was not to listen to your fine words, nor trust your charity. You promised me my life, but you lied. You think living is nothing more but than not being stone dead. But to shut me from the light of the sky, to chain my feet so I may never again ride with the soldiers, to make me breathe foul, damp darkness, and keep me from everything that brings me back to the love of God, when your wickedness and foolishness tempt me to hate him? All this is worse than the furnace in the Bible that was heated 7 times. I could do without my war horse. I could drag about in a skirt. I could watch as the soldiers pass me by and leave me as they leave the other women. If only I could hear the wind in the trees, the larks in the sunshine, the young lambs crying through the frost, and the blessed church bells that send my angel voices to me on the wind. But without these things, I cannot live. And by your wanting to take them away from me, or from any human creature, I know your counsel is of the devil, and mine is of God. His ways are not your ways. He wills that I go through the fire to his bosom, for I am his child, and you are not fit that I should live among you. That is my last word to you. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ada Bjorkman.
I'm Logan Lopez.
Kaylin Guinness.
Maya Mills.
Peyton Tomasi. Aaliyah Rodriguez.
Daniel Mills. Today we will be performing a small group musical entitled Tangled from the musical Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown, music and lyrics by David Yazbek. This piece is asterisk for violence, substance abuse, and language. If any of this offends you, please leave now. And thank you. And with our wonderful accompanist, Mr. Dean Bell, we proudly represent Troop 3977.
Have you ever had one of those days where the world is amazingly cracked and confusing? What you've lost you've been hoping to find, and you find that it might be your mind you are losing. You keep trying to follow the plot, like there must be some twist you forgot. But the logic is tied in a knot, you're tangled up, tangled up. For example, there's this one who once was with him, who's with her, who is this one's attorney. She's at sea, so is he, so is she, so am I, so let's try to unravel the journey. From the moment your heart catches fire, you're a slave to the law of desire. In a helmet and telephone wire, tangled up, tangled up.
Oh, what is it?
A love note from Malik.
You're out of olives.
Yes.
What's this? On the back. It's the map of the Central Courthouse. All the entrances, exits, security detail.
So he really did have plans for today. I thought you were just blowing me off.
I don't know why I suddenly feel like the whole room is tilting.
I don't know why my Thang Bubba guy is a Thang Bubba guy who will blow up a building. I keep running and going nowhere.
Why does life have to be so unfair?
I mean, even my hair is completely tangled up.
Tangled up.
Tangled up.
I'm tangled. Tongue-tangled. I'm tongue-tangled most of the time. Tongue-tangled. You're tongue-tangled. I want your tongue tangled up with more.
Peppa, I need to talk to you.
Ivan?
I know you don't want to see me right now.
Ivan, are you there?
I need you to please pick up.
I need to see you before you leave town.
Peppa! Call me! Tell me what in God's name am I doing to ruin my usual elegant exit? While I make my retreat, something pulls on my arm, my feet, and entirely directs it.
Tell me when did the wires get crossed? Tell me where the connection was lost. Tell me how I got tumbled and tossed and tangled up. Tangled up. You hear music in the distance. Pretty music. You think you're in luck. Then the music gets louder and louder and bam! You're hit from behind by the ice cream truck.
I mean, what the fuck? You walk around scratching your head and repeating it for me. And the question is, which would you rather be, totally tangled or totally lonely? That's the thought you can keep in your mind. That's the thought you can try to unwind. That's the thing to be sure to remind yourself when you fall in the same kind of find yourself and you lose yourself and you find yourself tangled up. Tangled up.
I'm tangled up.
Tangled up.
I'm tangled up.
Tongue tangled.
You keep trying to talk. It's like there must be some case
I
you
want
got.
your tongue tangled
In the
up.
distance. It is as been a tangled
Keep trying to follow. It's like there must be some case you got. Thank you.
Hi, I'm CJ Rosato,
Ashton Apadu.
and today we'll be doing a duet scene from Almost Maine by John Cariani.
This scene is asterisk for prejudice, sexual situations, violence, and frank talk of death. So if any of this may offend you, please take the time to leave now. Thank you.
And we proudly represent Troop 397.
Well, I guess that means I'm the big winner tonight, and that means I get to choose. So I choose bowling.
Yes.
We'll go bowling, supper
Okay.
at the Snowmobile Club,
Yeah.
couple of beers at the Moose Patty. Just hang out.
Okay, but one thing. I didn't say you're the winner.
What?
I did not say that you are the big winner. But, it was bad and sad, Chad, but you didn't win.
You can beat being told your breath smells bad.
Yeah.
Well then,
Mom's face broke.
oh.
Her face broke.
What?
Her face broke! Ooh. Yep. You only get one chance with a girl like Yvonne LaFrance, and her face broke.
How did her face break?
Because we were dancing.
Dancing.
Yep.
Why were you dancing?
Because that's what she wanted to do on a date. So, I took her dancing. Took her down to the rec center where they teach that thing called together dancing. And you pay, and they teach you how to throw a girl up and over. And so, you know, she's nice and pretty and small and cute, and me, I'm big and strong. So, I took Yvonne, and I threw her up and over. But I threw her over. And she fell on her face. And it broke. I had to take her to the emergency room.
That's a drive.
38 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, and she cried
Ooh,
the
hate that.
entire way.
Hate that.
I didn't call her old boyfriend him to come get her. Oh, and he did. Man, he's a small machine.
Well, I guess that makes you the big winner tonight, huh?
Yeah.
That means you get to choose, so what'll it be tomorrow night?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe a couple beers at the Moose Paddock, hang out at the Snowmobile Club, just hang out.
Good. Good.
What?
I don't know, Randy. I don't know why I bother going out. I don't like it, Randy. I hate it. I mean, why would I spend my Friday night with some girl I might maybe like when I can spend it with someone I know I like you know? Yeah, I mean, that was rough tonight. All I could think about was how not much of this world makes sense or makes me feel good, and I got scared. But after a while, I started to feel okay, and I realized there is one thing in this world that makes sense and does make me feel good, and that's you. You. Oh.
I'm gonna head out.
Yeah.
I got a lot of work in the morning, so I'm just gonna...
Well, I'm gonna supervise the first shift at the
Oh, I don't know. Me and Glenda, we got a lot of work tomorrow.
4,
Pretty
I
busy.
guess that's
a lot of
maybe
rooms
6
to
to
cover.
7.
Hey, Chad. I'll see you later, okay?
Yeah, see you later.
Okay.
Randy, I just wanted to say.
Oh! Chad, are you okay?
Yeah.
What was that?
I just failed.
Oh, yeah, I figured that.
No, Randy. I think I just fell in love with you there, Randy.
Chad!
That's what that was, me falling in love with you.
Chad, cut that out!
I'm sorry, it's just kind of hard. I'm falling in love with you here.
Chad, I am your best friend in the entire world, okay? And I don't know what you're doing and what you're going on about, but Jesus Christ, I'm your best friend!
Yeah.
And that is something that you cannot mess with. Because you want to know something too, Chad? You're about the only thing that makes sense in this world to me too, okay? And when you're best friends with somebody, there is a line that you cannot cross, okay? And you crossed it!
Randy, don't. Randy. All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, we have more?
Quick intermission.
Like 5 minutes.
5 minutes.
Stretch your legs.
Stretch your legs and sit back there.
I share all my feelings. Good, bad, and indifferent. I lost the rest of the Kidmeyer family. Yeah, Kidmeyer husband. Oh no!
There was a boy in college, my first year there. Morris Jones, he had black, wavy hair. Morris Jones, where is he now? I was 15 years old in Swenson's bar. It was cold. Lots of boys messed around, you know? For them, it was a game they outgrew. But I always knew.
Dad, me too, since like 5, I guess. I preferred to wear boy shirts and pants. I felt absurd in a dress. I really tried to deny my feelings for girls, but I was like you, Dad, me too.
Morris Jones,
There's this new junction on Highway 50. It's pretty cool, state of the art. You should see it.
Von Meyer, stop too fast. Von Meyer, make this not the past. This car ride, this is where it has to happen. There must be some other chances. There's a moment I'm forgetting where you tell me you see me. Say something, talk to me. Say something, anything. At the lights, this can't be our last.
Hey! It's getting late. Are you coming in?
Von Meyer. That was our last night. Thank you. Hi, I'm Katie Fallon, and these are my actors.
Anthony Moorhead?
And Hannah Swidler. And today I'll be presenting a scene I directed from Vanya and Sonia and Masha and Spike by Christopher Durang. The scene is Asterix for language, so if this offends you, please leave now. Thank you. And we proudly represent Troop 397.
7.
I brought you coffee, dearest Vanya.
I have some.
But I bring you coffee every morning.
I know, but you weren't available.
Well, I was in the bathroom for a brief moment. You couldn't wait?
I don't know. The coffee was made, you weren't here. I'm capable of pouring a cup of coffee.
But I like bringing you coffee in the morning.
Fine. Give me that cup, you take this one.
All right. I feel better now.
I'm glad. I'm afraid the other cup tasted better.
Well, it's the same coffee.
I know, but maybe I put more milk in it. Maybe that's why it tasted better.
Don't I usually put in the right amount of milk?
Well, yes, but, usually I don't notice. But I was drinking one cup of coffee and liking it, and suddenly I'm drinking another cup of coffee and liking it slightly less. It's fine. I'm just making pleasant conversation.
That's not pleasant conversation. It's first thing in the morning, and you're implying that I can't do anything
I
right.
didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
I didn't.
Well, you implied
Oh,
it.
forget it. The coffee's delicious. I love it.
Oh, for God's sake, here, take
No,
the original
it's
cup
fine.
back.
The cups are almost identical. I shouldn't have said anything. Is this how you're going to be today? You just threw the fucking coffee!
No, I didn't!
What do you mean you didn't? What kind of idiot response
It's
is
an
that?
angry, I hate you and I hate my life response!
It was very effective then. Good for you!
Thank you! Sorry, I shouldn't have thrown the coffee.
It's all right.
It's just, I had a bad dream last night.
Oh?
I dreamt that I wasn't married.
Were you dreaming in the documentary form?
That's not funny.
I thought it was. You're not married.
And whose fault is that?
Is the answer supposed to be me?
There is no answer. And if I pine for you, that's my business.
Don't pine for me. I've told you for many years I'm not interested in you in that way. I marched to a different drummer. Besides, you're my sister.
We're not blood relations. I'm your adopted sister. So I can pine if I want to.
Well, I think your pining after me is a tired reflex. I don't even think you like me anymore.
You're right. It's a reflex with me now. It comes from us living alone together ever since mother and father died and Masha left me to go gallivanting, having a life. Did you ever get mad at Masha?
I've always admired you for taking care of our parents even though you were adopted. You put Masha to shame in my opinion.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course, she was off having a successful acting career and you basically didn't have anything else better to do.
Well, a moment ago you gave me a lovely compliment. And now, well, let's not talk. Let me live in my sadness.
All right, you do that. Your sadness is very heavy this morning, Sonia. Can you lighten it any?
No.
Can you take it to another room?
And leave the mourning room? But I'm mourning for my
Oh
life.
God, I hope you're not going to make Chekhov references all day.
But if they may, I might.
I see. This cup has gone quite cold.
You're just determined to fight about the coffee.
No,
aren't
I'm
you?
just deciding whether or not I should microwave the coffee or not.
Do you want me to do it?
Would you? That would be very kind. What is the matter with you?
Do I have to do
I thought you
everything?
said that you would. Are you bipolar now?
Yes.
Well, most people claim antidepressants help them.
If Chekhov took antidepressants, he would have had nothing to write about.
I'm not going to pick up the broken cups, you know.
Well, neither am I.
Fine then. We'll leave the broken cups all over the floor, and then we'll sell the house.
You can't sell the house. You don't own it. Masha owns
I know
it.
Masha owns it, but if you leave broken cups and coffee smells all over the house, I'm sure she'll decide that she has to sell it, and you and I can finally live separately because we hate each other.
What a good idea.
A very good idea. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Aidan Fracker, and I'll be performing a solo musical entitled It's Hard to Speak My Heart from the musical Parade. This piece is asterisk for frank talk of death and sexual situations, so if this may offend you, please take the time to leave now. Thank you. And now, I proudly represent Troop 3977. It's hard to speak my heart. I'm not a man who bears his soul. I let the moment pass me by. I stay where I am in control. I hide behind my work, safe and sure of what to say. I know I must seem hard. I know I must seem cold. I never touched that girl. You think I'd hurt a child yet? I'd hardly seen her face before. I swear, I swore we barely met. These people try to scare you with things I never said. I know it makes no sense. I swear I don't know why. You see me as I am. You can't believe I'd lie. You can't believe I do these deeds. A little man who's scared and blind, too lost to find the words he needs. I never touched that girl. God, I never raised my hand. I stand before you now, incredibly afraid. I pray you understand. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Ava Zapatrini. And I'm Lucy Herman. And today
Today we're going to be performing a scene from Miss Holmes by Christopher M. Walsh. This piece is asterisk for violence, so if this may offend you, please take the time to exit now.
And we proudly represent Troop 3977.
Shall we proceed then?
Very well. Just like the black eye you have there. Can I ask you how it happened?
An orderly at Bedlam Royal Hospital shoved my face into a wall.
Did he have any reason to do that?
Technically, such behavior was outside the purview of his position, but it was somewhat understandable in that it was a response to my striking him with a closed fist.
Did you have any reason to do that?
I did.
Can I see your hand? Does this hurt?
Oh, yes.
Miss Holmes, these bruises are consistent with those of a trained boxer after a match.
I'm glad to hear it. I've read so many books on the subject, but rarely is one afforded the opportunity of a practical application of technique.
You only hit him once? Yes? No broken bulging hand, which means your technique is admirable. But these bruises tell me into the eye, where the bones are particularly hard. May I suggest something softer, like the nose, the lower jaw?
A blackened eye sends an effective message, don't you think?
A black eye is just a bruise. The number of hands I've seen broken while causing black eyes makes me wonder. Who's receiving this message?
Intriguing.
Can you look at me? Any vision trouble since this happened?
None.
Any pain?
Some. Not as much as the hand.
Right, well, I don't see any injury to the eye itself, so you should be back to normal in a week or two.
And your recommendation for treatment?
Cold compresses for 2 days, then warm compress after that, and provided you can avoid any other altercations.
Thank you, Dr. Watson.
Anything else? This one?
I have not yet determined Dr. Anderson's reason for introducing us.
Must she have some ulterior motive?
You are not the first woman the good doctor has introduced to me, although you certainly are the first colleague.
Dr. Anderson consults you regarding her patients.
Not exactly. Some women find themselves with troubles that cannot be solved by a doctor. Some find themselves with problems or concerns that cannot be solved through customary means. When that happens, they come to me.
And who are you exactly?
I am Sherlock Holmes.
Sherlock? That's an unusual name if you don't mind my saying. I don't believe I've ever met any man named Sherlock. But I am certain I've never met any woman.
Indeed, you haven't.
Right, well, I don't believe I can satisfy your curiosity any further, but my troubles are of the most mundane sorts.
I should like to hear more often, nonetheless. Would you do me the courtesy of visiting me at my home?
Well,
You're now thinking of an effort to prevent yourself from visiting me, but let me put it to you this way. Do you respect Dr. Anderson?
Dr. Anderson was the first woman in all of Great Britain to receive a medical license. Of course I respect her.
Yes, and when I presented myself to her with injuries sustained during a fistfight at an insane asylum, her first thought was to introduce me to you. Aren't you at least curious to find out why?
What's the address?
Baker Street, number 221D. I'm looking forward to it. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Maya Mills.
And I'm Aidan Cracker, and today we will be performing a duo musical entitled All I've Ever Known from the musical Hades Town.
This piece is asterisk for sexual content, so if that may offend you, please take the time to leave now. Thank you. And we proudly represent Troop 3977. I was alone so long, I didn't even know that I was lonely. Out in the cold so long, I didn't even know that I was cold. Turned my collar to the wind,
before we met. And I don't even know you yet. All I know is you're someone I have always known. All I know is you're someone I have always known. And I don't even know you now. I wanna hold you close. I don't wanna ever have to let you go.
Suddenly the sunlight, bright and warm.
Suddenly I'm holding the world in my arms.
Say that you'll hold me forever. Say that the wind won't change on us. Say that we'll stay with each other. And you'll always be like this.
And I wanna hold you forever. The wind will never change on us. As long as we stay with each other, then we'll always be like this. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Belle France, and I will be performing two contrasting monologues. The first from Richard Fisher's Funeral by Kelly Powell, and the second from Tomorrow's Wish by Wade Radford. And these two pieces are actually for Frank talk of death and sexual situations, so if any of these offend you, please leave now. Thank you. And I proudly represent Troop 3977. You don't get it. I spent every waking moment of my life trying to keep my father from exploding. I was afraid that one day he'd kill us all. My first memory is when my little brother spilled paint down the stairs. My family was painting the house, and Ricky thought he was helping, and he was going down the stairs, and it was too heavy for him, and paint went everywhere. I held my breath. I don't know why I thought that would help. He kept yelling, and he put his fist through the wall. I screamed. Ricky and I started crying. And he kept yelling at us to stop screaming, and we couldn't. I thought he was going to kill us, and Mom couldn't stop him. I still live in that hole in the wall to this day. And I really, really can't forgive him. So go read Footprints in the Sand if that makes you feel all warm and fuzzy inside. My father's going in the ground today. Except I don't remember having a father. A father couldn't do that to his kids. I kissed a boy once. Well, I tried to. I mean, it doesn't really count if he doesn't kiss back, but it almost worked. Me and my Graham don't get out very much, but when we do, we go into town and we go to the market. And at the market, there's this bad boy named Samuel. He has bright green eyes and freckles all over his face and red hair. I wish I had some time alone with Samuel without Graham there. But one day she was sick, so I got to go all by myself. And when I was paying with my oyster crackers and medicine, I got to watch Samuel all on my own. And I tried to count all his handsome freckles. And he asked if there was anything else I wanted, and I whispered yes. Then I grabbed his ears and I kissed him. That was my first kiss. It was the most romantic moment of my life until the manager pulled me off of him. Thank you. performing a solo musical entitled Your Daddy's Son from Ragtime. This piece is asterisk for violence, religious commentary, and sexual situations. If this may offend you, please take the time now to leave quietly. Thank you. And I proudly represent 39 7 7.
My name is Aiden Fracker. And I'm Aiden Bjorkman. And we'll be doing a duet scene from the play, A Farnsworth Invention by Aaron Sorkin.
This piece is asterisk for frank talk of death, substance abuse, and language. So if this may offend you, please take the time to leave now.
Thank you. And we proudly represent Truth 3, 9, 7, 7. David Sarnoff.
I'm Philo Farnsworth.
Sure.
You come all the way down from New York?
Sure. What did you say this for again? For posterity's sake. Did you tell him to fuck off?
No, I asked him how he found the mosaic pattern for light storage.
And how did he do it?
A lab assistant left a tube in the oven for too long and the silver boiled up into little pieces. You should get the name of that lab assistant. He and my brother-in-law built the first television.
Listen, I'm sure your lawyers have told you this has no effect on your patent just on ours.
Is that right?
Yes, I mean it.
You ever hear of Elisha Gray?
No.
He invented the telephone. And then arrived at the patent office exactly 120 minutes after Alexander Graham Bell.
This isn't like that. Look, you're free to license your patent, and so are we.
And in a side-by-side comparison between RCA and the Farnsworth Television Company, where do you think the manufacturers are gonna go? Listen, I just lost a lot of other people's money. I just lost television, and I'm not gonna lie to you, Mr. Sarnoff, the $1 billion I'm not gonna make might have come in handy, so don't patronize me.
How did your son die?
What?
I'm sorry. How did your son die?
He died of strep throat.
So, what are you going to do now?
I'm going to call my wife and apologize for wasting her time.
Come to work for RCA. We have a lab in Camden, a lab in Schenectady. You bring your family up there, we can put you on
I
salary.
appreciate it, but no thank you.
Why?
I don't want to be told what to invent, and once I invent it, I don't want someone else owning it.
So what are you going to do now?
People are starting to talk about fusion.
I'm sorry?
Fusion.
Well, what is it?
What powers the rest of the universe? The sun is made out of nitrogen particles crashing into each other at hellacious speeds. Now, if we could somehow recreate that in a controlled environment, then theoretically, all the energy you would need, you could find it in this pen.
But where are you going to get the hydrogen?
The whole place is made out of hydrogen.
You're saying we're not going to use petroleum?
A gallon of water has 300 times as much energy as a gallon of gasoline. It doesn't cost anything, and you're never going to run out.
You're crazy!
I heard that a lot when I said I could transmit pictures electronically. Which was 1921, by the way, and your people had no reason to humiliate Justin Tolman.
He was an old man with a crumpled piece of paper who'd forgotten a lot of things, including his home address.
Why did Edwin Armstrong kill himself?
Don't
the
believe
guy was
everything
up
you
the
hear.
frequency modulation, and then
Just
just off the top of
killed
our radio
Armstrong
tower.
that killed you.
You?
No, but that's a good guess. Alcoholism.
Maybe.
Maybe.
Listen, I know for a fact that vomiting on my shoes drunk, I'm a better engineer than anyone you've got sober.
Look, I don't know that. Listen, you're not pissed off at me. You're pissed off because no one in your lab left the tube in the oven for too long. You never got it
If it
right.
wasn't for me, then Dworkin would still be spinning a pin wheel.
Dworkin, he's second string. He's your understudy. You gave it away.
Oh, you're talking to me about giving it away.
Keeping smart or
The
sober.
ability to lift ourselves intellectually, spiritually, culturally.
You're a
Radio
fan
should be run like a public library. Like a library. Whatever happened to no paid advertising during informational programming? You're talking to me and I'm giving it away.
I didn't have a choice.
You are the founder of the National Broadcasting Company and the president of RCA. You had a variety of choices.
No, I didn't.
We both would use, but the difference is that I didn't know the answer to my light dissipation problem. You knew that once there was a financial incentive for news broadcasts to be popular, it would be making a mockery out of both of our lives, to say nothing of a society being informed enough to participate in its own democracy.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. I made one single miscalculation in my life, and that was that I didn't understand how good the product was going to be at getting consumers to advertisers. And my friend, once you're good at that, you're going to have a damn hard time being good at anything else.
Really? How hard? You said go fuck yourself to a Russian soldier when you were 12, but you couldn't say no to advertising dollars. You tried really hard, but you couldn't.
If you had to do it over, would you have cashed out early and given me the patent?
If I had to do it over, I'd discover an antibiotic for strep throat.
Come to work for RCA.
Did you come all the way down here to offer me a job?
No, I didn't. I came down here to tell you that your invention is extraordinary. I came here to tell you that, and to tell you that I intend to be a worthy custodian.
Good luck. Thank you.
Isabella Kreider, and I'll be doing monologues from The Seagull by Anton Chekhov and from The Diviners by Jim Leonard. These pieces are asterisks for religious commentary and for violence. So if you feel you may be offended, please take the time to leave now. Thank you. And I proudly represent Troop 3977. Why do you say that you kiss the ground that I walk on? You should kill me rather. I am so tired. If I could just rest. I'm the seagull. No. I am an actress. He is here too. Well, no matter. He does not believe in the theater. He used to laugh at my dreams so much that I soon grew trivial and spiritless, and I played my part without meaning. You cannot imagine the state of mind of someone who knows, as he goes throughout a play, how terribly badly he is acting. I am the seagull. No, that's not what I was meant to say. What was I talking about? Yes, the stage. I have changed now. Now I am a real actress. I have been walking and thinking ever since I have been here, and I understand now. Constantine, I know at last that for us, whether we write or act, it is not the honor or glory of which I have dreamt that is important. It is the strength to endure. One must know how to bear one's cross, and one must have faith. I believe, and so I do not suffer much. And when I think of my calling, I no longer fear life.
I am not about to let those worms touch me!
Oh, how come? How come? Because I don't like worms, that's how come. You see, worms wouldn't bother me so much, but they used to be able to walk. It's true, Jen and May, don't you read the Bible? Yeah, I gotta learn the whole thing. Well, I'm gonna learn who Adam and Eve are right now. You heard of them, ain't you? The first people. Well, they're sitting up in this great big old garden in Europe, and the thing about Eve is she's walking around picking berries and junk with no clothes on. Listen, Jen and May, they were like doing this all the time. That kind of stuff happens in Europe. But like I'm saying, one day, this snake comes strolling up to Eve, and he tells her that she's standing there jaybird stark naked. Oh, there's lots crazier stuff than that in the Bible. But this business of being naked really sets God off for the snake, see? So he tells him, from now on, you're going to crawl around in the dirt. From now on, nobody likes you. It's in the Bible. It's true. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kaylin Guinness.
And I'm Ambery Benjamin.
And today we will be performing a duet musical entitled Willow from the musical Venice. Musical lyrics by Eric Saxon and Curtis Moore.
This piece is asterisk for death and sexual situations. If you feel this may offend you, please take the time now to live quietly. Thank you.
And we proudly represent Troop 3977.
Poor girl sat alone under her sycamore tree. The poor girl, hand on her heart and her head on her knee. And the river washed by, and her thoughts would lie in the clouds over the sea. and the girl is left alone under her sycamore tree, and teardrops fall. Breathe, child, breathe. And the wind cried, willow, 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 get your head up off the pillow, pillow, pillow. And the wind cried, willow, 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 get your head up off the pillow, pillow, pillow. I dreamed a dream, and so it seems that little girls have fantasies. I dreamed a dream, and so it seems that little girls have fantasies. Look around, look around, look around. We are all the playthings of men in this town. Look around, what you find, what you see is that men could care less about your fantasy. Believe me, deceiving, conniving, contriving, that life can be blinding. With flowers in their hands, a pocket full of dust, and trust in a man. With flowers in their hands, a pocket full of dust, and trust in a man. My life is lying, hiding, better be here to decide, hiding. See, I had his eyes, denying that this loving heart dying. I came to the cause. I believed in love, and I believed in the cause. Better love, but sit back on love. It's like a jam to play. Only to break these mistakes I've made. I wanted to love and be loved. I wanted to love and be loved. I wanted to love and be loved. But instead I've come undone. I can be there for her. This is the time I was there for me to make it right. How do I tell her to make it right? She's been deceived. It's all in me. It's all in me. It's all in me. And the wind cried, willow, 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 get your head up off the pillow, pillow, pillow. And the wind cried, willow, 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 get your head up off the pillow, pillow, pillow. I dreamed a dream, so it seems that little girls have fantasies. I dreamed a dream, and so it seems that little girls have fantasies. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Anthony Moorhead, and today I will be performing a solo musical entitled Finishing the Hat from Sunday in the Park with George. I will be accompanied by the wonderful Mr. Dean Bell, and this piece does not have any asterisks, so please enjoy. And I proudly represent Troop 3977. Yes, she looks for me. Good. Let her look for me to tell me why she left me. As I always knew she would. I had thought she understood. They have never understood, and no reason that they should. What if anybody could? Finishing the hat. How you have to finish the hat. How you watch the rest of the world from a window. While you finish the hat, mapping out a sky. What you feel like planning a sky. What you feel when voices that come through the window go until they distance and die, until they're there's nothing but sky. Until you're always turning back too late from the grass or the stick or the dog or the light of the kind of woman willing to wait, not the kind that you want to find waiting to return to the night. Dizzy from the height, coming from the hat, studying the hat, entering the world of the hat, reaching through the world of the hat like a window. Back to this one from that, studying a face, stepping back to look at a face, leaves a little space in the way like a window. But to see, it's the only way to see. And when the woman that you wanted goes, you can say to yourself, well, I give what I give. But the woman who won't wait for you knows that wherever you live, there's a part of you always standing by that becomes a sky. Finishing the hat, starting on the hat, finishing the hat. Look, I made a hat. There never was a hat. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Aiden Corey,
I'm Peyton Tomasi.
and we'll be doing a duet musical from Ordinary Days.
Music and lyrics by Adam Guan.
This piece is asterisks for language and sexual situations. So if you feel as though this may offend you, please take the time to leave now. We will be accompanied by the superb Mr. Nino. And we proudly represent Troop 39, 7, 7. It started with the wine.
The wine!
The wine! We were shopping for a bottle to bring to her cousin's soiree.
My cousin's a sous chef, she's very gourmet.
I grabbed my favorite Cabernet.
He's got no clue, and so I say, darling, the wine.
The wine?
The wine, they're serving monkfish, so darling, the wine can't be red. How about this Austrian Riesling instead?
Honey, you know I don't like the Riesling. When have you ever seen me drink Riesling?
Never, but can't you listen this once? Red wine and fish, you'll look like a dunce.
Fine, I'll bring the red, you bring the white. That way I'll still get drunk, you'll still be right.
Fine,
fine.
And then there was the cab.
The cab!
The cab was stuck in traffic in the middle of Broadway. 10 minutes we wait.
We're 12 blocks away and we're already late.
I point out there'd be no delay if we would just turn that away.
Honey, the cab.
The cab?
The cab was planted squarely down Broadway. I know you're concerned, but your cousin's on Broadway, so why have we turned?
Darling, I know my cousin's on Broadway, but there was lots of traffic on Broadway.
Surely, but still, in my own defense, we're further away, which doesn't make sense.
Fine, driver, please stop here if you would. I think walking will do us both some good.
Fine.
Fine, fine. We don't say anything as we're walking down Broadway.
It's like I'm walking next to a stranger.
I've had that feeling more and more, like I don't even know him.
sound check.
Hi, I'm Lucas Brown, Joshua Brown,
Alexa Kosnov.
Ashton Avenue,
Molly Smith. Cindy Barker.
Aiden Corey,
Maya Mills. Kate Monty.
Logan Lopez,
Bella Kreider. Katie Fallon.
Andrew Warhead,
Caitlin Guinness.
And I'm Aiden Frank. Today you'll be performing a large group musical entitled We Both Reached for the Gun from the musical Chicago.
This piece is asterisk for everything, so if that may offend anyone, please take the time and leave now. Thank you.
And now, we proudly represent Troop 397.
7.
Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sunshine. I'm sure you all know my client, Roxy Hart.
I'm just so happy that y'all came to see little old me. Now, I bet you want to know why I shot the bastard.
Sit down, dummy.
Mr. Billy Clinton sings the press conference rap. Notice how his mouth never moves. Almost.
Where'd you come from?
Mississippi.
And your parents?
Very wealthy.
Where are they now?
6 feet under, but she was granted one more star. The convent of the Sacred Heart.
When'd you get here?
1920.
How old were you?
Don't remember.
Then what happened?
I met Amos and he stole my heart away. Convinced her to elope one day.
A convent girl, a loveless marriage, oh, it's just so terrible. You poor, poor thing.
Who's Fred Kingsley?
My ex-boyfriend.
Why'd you shoot him?
I was leaving.
Was he angry?
Like a madman. Still I said, friend, come along. She knew that she was doing wrong.
Then describe it.
He came toward me
With a pistol?
from my pillow.
Did you fight him?
Like a tiger. He had strength and she had none. And yet we both reached for the gun. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both, oh yes, we both reached for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, we both reached for the gun, the gun.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, they both, oh yes, they both, oh yes, they both reach for the gun, the gun, the gun, the gun. Oh yes, they both reach for the gun, for the gun.
Understandable, understandable. Yes, it's perfectly understandable. Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible. It's so defensible.
How you feeling?
Very frightened.
Are you sorry?
Are you kidding?
Hey!
What's your statement?
All I'm saying is, people like choo-choo jump the track. I did my life to bring it back.
And?
Stay away from
What?
jazz and liquor.
And?
the men who
What?
pray for fun.
And what?
Ask before that
Yeah.
came upon me.
When?
We both reached for the gun.
Understandable, understandable.
Yes, it's perfectly understandable.
Comprehensible, comprehensible. Not a bit reprehensible.
It's